It's all it's finished. Notts County 1, Ipswich 1. A really good friendly for Notts County. 1,600 fans there, 400 odd from Ipswich. So what we're going to do is just sort of put a summary of the game from what we saw for a change. So what do you reckon, George?
Yeah, it was a good performance. I think all around, no one's really played bad, which is, when you look at last season, not every player played great, but the couple of games we've been to tonight, it's been fairly positive. When we've made the substitutions in both games, they've made the well, perhaps not so much this game, but there's been an injection of something special, and it's really promising. And the dire situation we're in at the minute, it's really promising, and I can't believe I'm saying that, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. If you'd have gone into pre-season and said that we'll beat Walsall and then get a draw against Ipswich in a game,
it's not even like it was a scrappy draw as well.
Could have won.
Both teams could have won.
Oh yeah,
happily. But
Ipswich showed their class in the second half.
Yeah, they were finding players, and they were finding gaps, and we were towards the end of the game. Probably were lucky to draw.
Yeah,
but it didn't look like 2 leagues apart.
Definitely not.
It looked like a good matchup to me.
That's what you were saying, though, wasn't it? Like the players that played, some of them that played for us last year, weren't relegation players, and you could tell that there wasn't a 2 league difference.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. You look at the starting lineup, and there's 2 or 3 trialists in the side, and we're playing the way we are now. So those 2 or 3 players, it's probably not even the players that are making the difference. It's probably what was going on behind the scenes at the club, I think.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
but
Tyson was good, wasn't he? Again,
I was messaging a friend of mine, and he said he'd like to see him there next season, but maybe on a pay to play, because he's quite injury prone.
Yeah.
Which is a great point, to be fair to him. He said we'd probably max get 15 games out of him, but
what if he scores 8 or 9?
In those 15 games, if he makes the difference and he gets those few points that we need towards the end of the season,
even if he just starts off well, getting a few goals and gives us a good start to the season, it's worth it. It's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah, it can make a massive difference throughout your season if you get a great start. So.
That Kelly Evans, I thought he looked all right.
Yeah,
he put that tackling. If you were at the game, we've probably heard about it anyway via Twitter. He puts this tackling on the Ipswich player. It's a perfectly good tackle, and then the Ipswich player screaming. It's like I think we've seen it's a suspected broken leg or ankle. So like, best wishes to him, hoping but it'll be out for a while for that. And it was horrible to see. It was a 7-minute stoppage, I think.
Him being, I think he's 19.
Yeah, 19.
As he's a young player, it's always sad to see. It's sad to see on anyone, but especially a young player.
Yeah, so hopefully he gets better.
Yeah.
But do you know who stood out for me was Kellett?
Yeah, he had a good game.
Kellett was good, yeah. And even sort of in the second half, he was still pulling strings and making things happen. Like, he's a player that's, I know none of them are match fit, but he's less match fit than a lot of players. He didn't play much last season. He was good. Anyone else stand out? You were saying Fitzsimmons.
Yeah, I mean, he's played bad for us in the past. You always have that lack of confidence in players, especially keepers, when they're in that one-on-one. But he made some great decisions today, coming out.
His handling was good.
He's a good shot stopper, but I don't know about his organisational skills. That might let him down a bit. But I know it's harsh to say, but the goal, I think he could have come out and got it.
The only time he didn't come out,
they scored from
and closed the angle down.
It's sad to see, because he didn't play the full game, obviously, but he played well. I'd say he played 50-60 minutes. He played well.
Yeah, he did. Trying to think of Bird.
Yeah, I never ever got a bad word to say about Bird.
So good again.
You just got to really cross every finger you've got and hope that someone doesn't swoop in and get.
And we were sat in the stand at Walsall, weren't we? We were sat in the stand, and about 2 rows ahead of us, there was clearly a scout writing pages and pages down in his booklet of players and numbers and positions. If there wasn't a scout there tonight looking at Bird, I'd be shocked.
Yeah.
Because he stood up against League One players, because Ipswich obviously gone down, but he then looked a step above the League One players as well. So
he really stands out.
If we could keep him,
organisational, he doesn't seem to put a foot wrong.
No, he was class. So allegedly tomorrow is the day that the takeover's happening. If that could happen, I know we've said it a lot, but if that could happen off those previous performances, feel good factor could be back.
For me, and there's not around the club, obviously there's not been many fans coming to the pre-season, whether that's to do with it's pre-season or whether it's to do with Hardy's still in charge and owns the club. It probably is. There's Hardy out stickers all over there.
All over the tellies and everything in there.
It seems to have shattered the fan base a bit, I think.
I felt there was a big air of positivity there tonight, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
The fans were up. They were clapping everything the players did. You know, it felt like that. This could be it.
Yeah.
Like, this could be the change for Notts now, because we've heard he's cleared his desk, Hardy. Let's just hope he's not making way for a bigger desk. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You hear it being reported, but it's been reported by Hardy. And how many times has he reported this is happening then, that's happening then?
Yeah, exactly.
He said Wednesday. Leah Curtis has quoted it, I believe.
Yeah.
That it's going to be Wednesday, so that sort of gives you a bit of confidence. But at the same time, as a county fan that's been told how many times now that it's going to happen,
double figures.
Till it happens, you're not going to believe it at all.
So overall tonight, another really good performance from Notts. No players really put a foot wrong, and it's just feels sort of from the vibe around the ground that the positivity starting to come back. In the
I think if the takeover happens tomorrow, which it's like we said it's planned to, and we go into the games we've got on Friday and Saturday,
yeah,
I think we could wipe the floor with it's Alfreton in York, isn't it?
Yeah. So, you know, it's all ifs and buts, but if this takeover goes through tomorrow, nice win against Alfreton, hold a win against York.
Yeah.
You know, it's looking good times.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's gobsmacking really to say that we're saying that off the back of what's happened. I mean, you've got to give it to the players and the managers. Fair play to turning up and playing and training.
Ardley's got them fired up.
Ardley, whatever fans could say bad about him last season and didn't agree with this, that, and the other, you've really got to back him this season, because for me, he's rounded the players up and he's probably just said to them, look, he's not going to be here much longer, hopefully. Yeah. And when the new owners come in, this, that, and the other's going to happen, and hopefully that it's the best for Notts.
Yeah. So, hopefully, good times ahead for Notts, potentially as of tomorrow.